See? It says it's connecting.
Okay. Are you ready? Are we live?
It says we are live. It says receiving content.
We are live.
And we're live.
We are live.
To the main event of the evening.
My name is Ro Jogman.
Rogue Jogman. I'm fucking tired, dude.
I've been playing Red Dead Redemption.
Oh, you got it?
That game is awesome.
It's fun or what?
Hell yeah. I killed a bunch of harlots.
What's that?
Like a prostitute. Huh.
Oh,
Like a
nice.
woman who's...
So is it like Grand
Lady
Theft
of the
Auto,
Night.
but with horse?
Yes.
Like in the
That's
Western?
exactly.
Really?
Yeah.
So what's the basis of the game? Like what's the story?
Okay, so pretty much what I've uncovered is like you're in a gang and you're moving along with this gang throughout the whole West, and like you're running from the law, and that's pretty much it. And like there's side stories and stories to it.
It's fun though.
Yeah, it's pretty fun, dude. I played the original.
I was gonna say I think I played the first one.
I played Red Dead Revolver. That was the first one, and then they came out with Red Dead Redemption. That's like the second one in the series.
Which one's the one with the zombies?
Red Dead Redemption.
Okay, I played that one.
Yeah, that one was fun.
Yeah.
That was the best.
You just
DLC.
went town to town and
Yeah,
like fought like the zombies.
the zombies. That was a DLC a long time ago.
It was hard.
Hell yeah, it was
Mhm.
fun though. It was scary too. When
It was
I
scary.
I think I was like in 10th grade. Scared little 15-year-old boy.
Yeah, exactly. What's up, Sean? Treehouse Bro. You're new here. What's going on, man? Yo, scary stories, man.
We're gonna
Yeah.
tell some scary stories tonight.
I actually have some creepy stories. Alexander, how are you doing? Halloween is fun. We're gonna touch a little bit on the history of Halloween, but we're not gonna go too deep into it because it's pretty boring stuff.
Yeah.
To be completely
Here,
honest.
we can talk about the history right now. It was made.
Tim said, "What's up, Roland?" He thinks your name is Roland.
Who?
Tim.
Who? Timothy?
Yeah, it's Roman. Well, what's going on, Tim? It's good to see you. You made it.
Well, yeah.
Made it on time.
Nice to see you, Tim.
Karen said, "Is Red Dead worth the money?"
Or Tom. Yes, Red Dead is worth the money. I would go with the standard version, not the deluxe. I think the deluxe comes with a few extra DLC, but the game itself, like the standard edition, has 60 hours plus minimum
Jesus Christ.
of gameplay. So you're gonna get your money's worth. That's
Billy.
like $1 an hour.
Oh, yeah, it's true.
Close to it, a little bit over.
Billy said, "I'm back, biatches. Been a while. Can't wait to hear y'all speak your nonsense. Can't wait to speak it."
Yeehaw!
Oh, Tim said he's just messing with you. I thought that he really thought that your name was Roland.
Yeah, whatever.
Oh, I think it's because you gave him the Timothy as a nickname.
Timothy?
The worst nickname
How about I
ever.
call Tom?
All right, so I'm gonna wait till 10 because we already have a lot of people here. What's up, Dumpster Dad?
We're gonna wait until 10.
Yeah, one more minute, and then we will start the show.
We're gonna start the show quick.
Sean said, "Tim, I got your back. Screw Roland."
Sean. Okay, Sean with a W.
Shaun of the Dead.
Sean.
Sean.
Quick.
If I seem a little out of it, I'm kind of sleepy.
I have a
tonight,
quick
guys.
question for you.
What do you got?
What are you gonna dress up as?
Tomorrow?
Come on, you gotta dress up.
Well, Emery's gonna be a Ghostbuster, and I'm thinking about just putting a sheet.
So
over
you're
my
gonna be a ghost.
Yeah, I was just thinking about being a ghost.
She's gonna bust you. You're like, no.
Yeah, she has her little Ghostbuster costume. So,
Ghostbuster.
let me see. All right, one more minute, guys. We're almost there. Let's do this. All right. So on tonight's show, we are discussing Halloween.
Wait. We're not discussing Halloween. Sorry, I was texting.
Tonight's
today's the 30th,
eve of Halloween.
I thought this would be an excellent time to mention that it's
You're coming
56
out of the
days
closet?
until Christmas. So, boys and girls, get ready because we're skipping Thanksgiving, Halloween, and any other meaningless.
Dude, it pisses me off. They already have Christmas decorations out.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's crazy that they already have.
No, yeah, like Walmart, they completely skipped Halloween. I mean, they have that big section, but they
Yeah.
already dedicated the garden.
They
to
just
to
make so
Christmas.
much more money Christmas.
They do, because Halloween's just
Halloween satanic.
yeah.
The
So we're
devil.
discussing Halloween. No, we're discussing Halloween.
Yeah, do you have any cool Halloween stories, or what's a costume that you remember dressing up in as a kid?
As a little kid, I used to dress up as Dracula all the time. I don't know
Really?
why. I was such a non-creative person as a little kid.
Not much has changed.
As I got shut up. As I got older, I used to become like ghoul stuff and zombies and. I remember one year, I don't know why, I thought it was funny to dress up as Michael Jackson.
How old
I
are you?
remember, I don't know, I was like maybe 13 or 12. I was like, hee hee.
You dress up as
I do remember my best friend, like my longest friend I've ever had. We've known each other since we were like 5 and 4 years old.
So y'all fuck.
No.
Oh.
We dressed up.
I mean, I fucked my best friend.
We dressed up as, that's because your best friend's a woman. You sad, pathetic man.
No, he's not.
We dressed up as Teletubbies.
Really?
Yeah, dude.
When you were little kids?
Yeah, like 5 and 4 years old, we dressed up as Teletubbies. That was
funny.
my first memorable Halloween
Yeah.
because I remember this guy. He was a sex offender down the road. he was like candy, and nobody knew.
Dude, let me just make something clear real fast
Yeah,
before you continue your
what's
story.
going
Dude, you're like on such a different level tonight compared to last Thursday.
on.
Last Thursday, you're like,
Dude, I'm telling you, last
and
Thursday I
tonight
was
you're just
sleepy.
like, what, did you drink something or do
No,
something
dude,
before?
I was just sleepy, dude. My sleep schedule last Thursday was off.
Yeah.
Plus, it was, who did we interview? Who cares? Anyway,
Sean. Oh man.
Oh, man, what about you, man? What do you remember?
I remember dressing up as Sub-Zero from Mortal Kombat.
Lame ass.
I was like always wanting to be something like that.
I'm
like
gonna give you blue balls.
Yeah. My cousin was Scorpion and I was Sub-Zero one year. Man, nothing really like cool. I didn't have much of a childhood.
You were like, I spent the night over at the sex offender's house one
Yeah,
night.
I spent the night at that sex offender's house you were talking about. Let's go to the chat. Let us know what costume you remember the most growing up. Billy says Cincinnati is where Halloween was created. It was because the devil woke up one day and threatened a young boy that he better than him at the violin, and the boy knew he could take the devil.
I knew that son of a bitch was going to talk about that. No, it's because the devil ejaculated and, I don't know,
Wait,
spawned
what? I don't even-
Halloween.
Yeah, I thought it was in Georgia.
Devil went down to Georgia. What
Look
about,
at my
you
soul
got any
still.
scary stories for Halloween? Like anything personal? Like that happened around this time?
That happened around this time.
Yeah. I got one.
Okay, go ahead. I got one too.
Okay. Well, my friends and I used to hang out at this park. We went to the cemetery right there. And you've been
With
there.
sex offenders.
Yeah, there's a bunch of sex offenders. No, it was October 30th, and I think it was like 2012, and it wasn't really scary. It was really creepy though. So we went to this park, and there's a cemetery right next to it, and out of nowhere, like the corner of my eye, I just see a bunch of like flat, like lights, like blue, like imagine lightsabers.
Mm-hmm.
Like they look like swords, light swords. Blue, green, purple, and I'm like, is this like a Star Wars convention coming our way? So they're going
You
to
got all excited.
yeah, they're going to the cemetery, and I'm like, me and my friends were like, let's go check it out. So we go over there, we crawl, and they're wearing black hoodies, like not black hoodies, but like black hood
Robes.
wardrobes, yeah, robes.
Mhm.
And there was one in the middle that had like a red outline on his hood, and he had a white.
So you think they
lightsaber.
were doing like satanic shit?
I don't know what they were doing, dude. It was nothing I've ever seen before in either media or something like that. Because usually they don't pull out freaking. Maybe they were Star Wars
Lightsabers?
worshippers. I don't know, dude.
Yeah.
It was really weird. And so we just ignored it. Cops came by because I guess right next to the cemetery there's an apartment complex, and I guess people reported them for weird activity. It was like 11 o'clock at night, right before 12, right before Halloween.
Right.
And then like we were hanging out there. A few hours later, we heard like this weird howl in the forest because it's pretty dense in
Yeah,
there.
I've been over there.
And we heard this weird howl and screech, and we're like, okay. The howl was weird, but when we heard a screech, we were like, okay, let's get out of here.
Yeah, we're gonna die,
Yeah,
so we need to go.
let's get out of here. That was the creepiest thing that's ever happened around this time.
Yeah, that is pretty weird. Let me go to the chat real fast. What's up, Deb? And then we got Jen. What's going on? I remember being a kid, and I think it was around this time. My sister was all into like spirits and stuff. Like we've always our family's always been interested in this kind of stuff. I guess that's probably why my interest.
Mm-hmm.
And So this, I don't know if y'all can hear the hamster in the background, but it's really loud. Let me turn the light on to make it go to sleep. Go to sleep, little hamster.
So counterintuitive. Turn the light on and go to sleep. Go to sleep.
Yeah, because they're nocturnal. Yeah, he ran underneath the little thing. You see? He's like, shit. Okay, so my sister was into the Ouija board for a little while when she was a preteen, or maybe a teenager, and I remember, like, obviously they wouldn't let me. My mom like allowed her to do it because like, we did whatever we wanted for the most part.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't let me in the room. And as a little kid, being like 6, 7, I was curious, right? Like I want to know what's going on. So I remember hiding, in the like they were on the floor in her room and I was on the bed, and I remember hiding under the blanket and like peeking, and they had the lights off and they were playing the Ouija board, but I didn't understand what it was.
Yeah.
Like I didn't know what it was, and I just remember like them all getting scared and running off.
What?
Yeah. So I don't know what happened, and I still don't remember. It's a
They
very
didn't tell you anything?
no. It's a very very vague memory. Like it's one of those memories, like that you only see like a small clip.
Yeah,
in
you
your
remember
head.
you remember certain aspects of it, like
Yeah.
specific details, but not the whole thing.
Right. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I just remember that, and I just remember like watching them play it, not understanding it, and then them getting scared and running out.
That's weird. I wonder
And then
what
I got
happened.
scared and ran out because I didn't know what was going on.
You're a little kid.
Yeah.
You're like, ah.
Let me see. Go to the chat real fast. Thanks, Tim, for shouting out the Patreon.
Yo.
Karen is my friend's uncle brother said he liked you, but I guess it's whatever. I'm so confused.
His uncle.
Billy's just
Never
joking
mind.
around, Karen, I think. Okay, so let's get into a little bit on the history of Halloween. It's very, very boring.
Some evil businessmen got
Hey,
together.
Lori. Yeah, we got some new people in here that usually.
All right, so we're talking about Halloween. What's going on?
Okay, so the
Halloween
Celts, the Celts began Halloween 2,000 years ago, and they celebrated the end of the harvest season. It marked Celtic New Year.
Quick question: when's second harvest?
For those of you who don't know what second harvest is, look it up. What's going up? Alex, Bob, Sandy, Kristen. How's everybody going? How's everybody doing?
Okay, so 2,000 years ago.
Magical time when the ghosts of the dead walk to the earth. That's what they believed.
Okay.
Then the Catholic Church frowned on this, of course, because you can like touch kids' genitals, but you can't celebrate spirits walking on earth. That's what the Catholics believe.
Well, you've never had an experience with your Uncle Joe?
Frowned on it and began to merge it all into All Saints Day, known as Hollow Mass. So instead of turning it into like a thing where it was like celebrating spirits, they turned it into celebrating saints.
Yeah.
That was how they like try to reverse it. And
boy, did that backfire.
yeah, right. So we have a real quick chat. Marissa, gang girl, what's going on? Joe, man, Joe, get the fuck out of here, Joe. God dang, with your 3 nipples. Everybody knows you have 3 nipples, Joe.
Oh, can we milk them?
Milk them.
Milk them. Milk the third one.
Milk the third one.
Milks.
Lactates. The holiday came to America during the potato famine of the 1840s, whenever all the Irish and Scottish people came because of the famine.
Mm-hmm.
So this is how like the saying trick or treat. One of the ideas that people think this is how it came from. Tricksters from Ireland, like young kids, they started vandalizing American homes and wore masks.
Oh my gosh!
And the trick or treating was like originally like an extortion deal. Like, you give me candy, I won't fuck your house up.
No way.
Yeah. So they gave candy out to stop
Oh my
vandalizing
gosh.
of homes. So that's why they say trick or treat.
Wow.
That was one, but there's like a few different ideas of where that came from, and that was one of them.
But that's a creepy way to think about it. If it's true, you know.
Yeah. What
That's a
kind of shit is
creepy
that,
origin.
man?
Yeah, freaking kids from Ireland. No wonder they got picked on whenever they came over to this country.
I know. Jesus Christ. Who the fuck is that guy?
Who the fool?
Many religions, of course, believe it's satanic because a lot of people have ties, like a lot of like pagan people believe in, celebrate Halloween.
Yeah.
And it has a lot of ties to do with like death and celebrating spirits.
That would also
and
make
stuff.
sense because of the evil portion of it. I mean, think about it. Halloween is the one night where a lot of people pretend to be something that they're not. Like,
Yeah.
because they're
Like
behind a
sluts.
mask. Dude, because they're behind a mask. They're not even behind a mask. They put on bunny ears and bunny tail, and they wear freaking underwear, and they're like,
let's get to that in a second.
yeah.
Let's get to that in a second because it's interesting to see the difference.
I got much to say about that.
And the most influential traditions come from Ireland and Scotland. So it became like a secular thing, and now it is what it is today. Kids go and trick or treat, and but yeah. So
do you know if Halloween's celebrated in those countries? Like
still,
like England, Scotland, Ireland.
I think they still celebrate it, but they celebrate it like kind of like of how it used to be.
Okay.
I don't think it's like how it is here.
Yeah. Because
over what I was reading
over here, I can just tell you right off the bat, it's probably more corporized. You know, if that's a word. You know, it's more business. It's more of a buy some candy. You know, buy some decorations and all this and that.
Make some money.
Which this year I haven't seen that many decorations at all.
Really?
Yeah, dude.
Our neighborhood has a bunch.
My neighborhood and all the other neighborhoods I pass through, there's like one or two houses.
Well,
and that's it.
Roman, that's because you live in the ghetto.
I don't live in the ghetto. You
So
live in the ghetto.
You can't afford.
Dude, you live in the ghetto.
decorations.
You know how I know you live in the ghetto?
What?
I can't say it on the air, but
How do you know?
because I saw a Mexican mowing his own lawn.
You saw a Mexican mowing his whole lawn.
His own lawn. He couldn't afford another.
Dude,
Mexican.
the guy that mows his lawn down the street that you saw mowing his lawn, he has a lawn mowing service.
Oh, he's the master.
Yeah, he's the one that mows everybody's lawns on the street. Yeah.
Anyway.
So that's the history of, like, in a nutshell. It's really boring stuff. Like, I thought it was gonna be so much cooler.
You thought it was gonna be like dealing with witches and warlocks and warlocks and all this and that, ghouls and zombies and stuff.
Yeah,
but it's just, you know,
it just
came over with migration.
Yeah, like everything
Nothing
else,
really, yeah,
like what America's
Traditions.
built on.
You're like, damn America, you're so boring.
So let's see. Alex said he lives in the ghetto. He does. I can attest to that. Sean said he's in the ghetto. I didn't think you were living in the ghetto.
Sean, I think you just complain about everything.
MS-13 homes. Oh shit! If you have MS-13 houses, then
wait, did Sean say MS-13?
Alex said gunshots are my alarm clock.
They're his alarm clock and they're his bedtime call.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
I gotta
9:30.
I gotta go to bed. Son of a bitch.
He's like, have you ever seen that movie I Am Legend?
Oh yeah.
Like the alarm clock for whenever the sun sets. That's Alex. He's like,
yeah, the guns.
Gotta go.
Joe, shut up. He keeps saying, here's your daddy, JP. Because, dude, okay, let me tell y'all real quick. So we have a group chat, and I accidentally called Joe dad instead of, like, I was trying to write fag, but my stupid keyboard corrected it to dad. So now I'm his son. Which makes sense because I'm ugly as shit.
Yeah, that makes sense. You're kind of retarded.
Yeah. Joe, you got some
Didn't fall
explaining
too far
to
from
do.
the tree.
You got some explaining to do. So obviously Halloween's changed a lot.
Yes.
So as a guy, of course, seeing chicks in skimpy outfits is kind of cool.
Okay.
Sometimes.
To an extent.
Okay.
And depends on the circumstances.
True.
If I'm at a Halloween party and I see a cute girl dressed like that, yeah, that's cool, you know. But if you're outside trick or treating with like a bunch of kids, you know, you kind of you have to keep it PG, you know, at most, or PG-13 is a little too much, you know, in my opinion. Not gore. That's the whole point of Halloween. It's supposed to be like sinister. It's like, oh my god, he's beheaded. Oh my god, his dick's off.
He's talking around with his dick in his hand.
Oh my god, they're docking. You know,
dude, that's not gore. It's not gore. That's all sexual. It's literally what you said it shouldn't be, and then you went with it.
But like at a party, an adult party, 21 and up, I'm cool with that. You know, but if you're like out being skimpy and wearing those shorts.
Well, they made it a law in what state is it where you can't? Is it Ohio? You have like if you're 12 and over and you get caught trick or treating, you can go to juvie.
Yeah, dude.
They ain't playing no games.
That's stupid. Bro. I think that's wrong. What's your opinion on that?
I think that this is what I said the other day. I said if
I'm gonna take them down.
If the girls have B cups and the guys have facial hair, they should probably stop trick or treating.
You think so?
Yeah, I think that's a good sign. I think so. North Carolina passed that.
North Carolina. I'm gonna have to go against you.
Okay, when do you think?
I think teenagers, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's a very
What
gray
age?
area. I know it's a gray area to decide. Whoa, this is the certain age you should stop. But I think like up like all the way until like your maybe junior or sophomore year, you know, around there. I think around there is a good time.
Like junior year,
Junior
high?
year or sophomore of high
Oh,
school.
junior year and sophomore.
Yeah, around there.
Sophomore, junior.
Yeah.
So that's like what, 16, 17?
Yeah, dude.
Like cut it off at 16.
Yeah.
So 15 and under.
Yeah, unless you're like
I don't
taking
even-
your little brother or something.
I don't even see kids that young that old trick or treating unless they're like taking their little kids, like taking their siblings.
The last time I went trick or treating, I was like 14 or 15. I was with a group of friends, and I was trying to impress this girl at the time, so she wanted to go trick or treating.
Girl.
Yeah, I know. No, what? Fuck you.
You said yeah at first.
So I mean, there's that aspect to it. But if you're with a group of friends, they like to go trick or treating, just hang out. I mean, that's what I used to do. Just hang out with my
Yeah.
friends. Why not? It's the one time we can roam the streets without looking like hoodlums. You know.
Yeah,
And when my friends and I used to walk the streets all the time, not because we used to do
because you
crappy stuff.
live in
I don't live in the ghetto, dude. Shut up, dude. It's just that we used to walk the streets and, you know, just hang out.
Yeah.
And it was the one night that we could do that and just not be, you know,
I think 16's a good
Targeted.
cutoff. Good cutoff time.
around there, 16, 17.
Yeah, I think
But
so too.
more so 16 probably. I'm not
Yeah.
going to say make a law to pass it. You know, hey,
Mhm.
you're 16, get out of here. Now,
Yeah,
so
don't
what,
like get him in trouble.
but what some people used to do is like, if you're 16 or 17 and you go out and trick or treat, I'm all for it. I don't care. You know, that's cool. I used to do that.
Yeah.
But if you're not dressed up, you know, if you didn't put some effort into your costume.
Yeah, you have. If you're going trick or treating, you need to be wearing a costume.
Yeah, especially if you're older. If you're a little
Yeah.
kid, you know, that's up to your parents. But if you're older, you know you're already past the limit most people would consider you stopping, you know?
Yeah, I agree.
So,
Man, I just thought I don't have a white sheet.
oh, dude, just go to Walmart.
I got to do it. 'cause
Oh,
I don't
if you
want-
go to your local thrift store, you can find a white sheet for cheap, and there might be blood stains already on it.
there might be some semen stains too.
I'm telling you, just take yourself a
That's ectoplasm.
black light.
Yeah, and just run it over.
Hey,
Yeah,
kids,
that's
you
a
want
good
something
idea.
scary?
Like go to. I need to go by Goodwill or something.
I'm telling
check
you,
it out.
man. Tomorrow.
All right, so that is Halloween in a nutshell, right?
That's
I mean,
Halloween in a nutshell.
I think
Now-
like back in the day, it probably would have been more fun, like growing up in like the 70s and stuff, because I bet you there was more pranks and kids doing stuff. And now you can't do pranks. Like you can't go TP
Oh
somebody's
my
house
God.
because you're gonna get the cops
you
called on you.
can't do anything nowadays.
Yeah.
There's culture appropriation. There's I'm offended with this and that. Look, dude, I'm like you can't dress up as anything.
Mm.
Okay, you can't dress up like you can't wear a poncho and a sombrero. You can't wear
Yeah, you can't do.
a hula.
You can't dress up as a Native
skirt.
American.
Yeah, you can't do anything, dude.
Like Megyn Kelly just got in trouble. Did you hear about that?
Yeah, for saying that in her time, she didn't even say it was okay to blackface, right?
Yeah.
She just said that in her time it was okay, you know, to blackface.
To basically to dress up as your favorite person.
Yeah.
So if they're black and you're white,
So what if I'd want to dress up as Bob Marley?
yeah, and see what's the problem with that? Because like, I mean, obviously I wouldn't like color myself black, but I think you could dress up as your favorite person if they're like a different race. You don't have to color your skin color.
Now, see, for everyone to be safe, if you want to dress up as your favorite singer and he is black, dress up
Dress
as
up
Michael Jackson.
Dress up like, yeah, because he's white.
He was both.
Yeah, dress up like them, but don't color your skin.
Yeah.
That might be kind of crossing the line.
You think so?
I mean,
Bob Marley.
I don't care. I don't care,
Like
but
Bob
I can
Marley,
see
if you
the
dress
outrage.
up like Rasta, would that be offensive?
It probably would be to somebody.
Like
But-
if you wore, like if you didn't do blackface, but you just wore the dreads
Yeah,
and everything else,
I'm sure it would be.
they're like, what are you, white Bob Marley?
Yeah, I'm Robert Marley.
The 760 credit score.
Oh man,
Robert Marley.
that's funny.
No, have you seen the old photos of Halloween back in
So creepy.
1918? The costumes, see if you can pull one up and show them. Like costumes from 1918 or from like the early 19th or 20th century. They were so creepy. The kids used to dress up. Even the Easter bunny was freaking creepy.
Yeah, they. Oh, it's so scary looking. They don't have like very.
They're like,
Good
we're
clo-
having fun. We love Halloween.
Look at that.
That's creepy.
That is so scary looking.
Look, is that person on the left blackface?
Yeah, are they supposed to be black?
Oh God! Why'd you pull up that picture?
Out of all of them.
Look again.
Oh my god, dude. Those are scary.
That is scary, dude.
Oh, that's not that scary.
It's still scary.
Yeah, it's just like the masks. Look at this one.
Is that a swastika?
Those are swastikas.
That's a swastika.
Yeah, it's definitely creepy and interesting. Oh my god, look at this one. Whoa, those are crazy looking, dude.
How would you like to see that?
That's scary.
Like right now.
That would be pretty terrifying. I'm not gonna lie to you.
When we go investigating, that's the kind of people I hope to talk to.
Like,
you know?
we have to make sure they're dressed like this for each
Yeah.
interview. Look at that one.
That's creepy.
That's cool though. That's today.
Oh, that's a cool. Hey, you know, who I wanted to be for Halloween?
Who?
Did you used to watch SpongeBob?
Yeah.
I wanted to be Doodle Bob.
Oh yeah, the one that's like drawn. Yeah, I remember that.
Just all you need. It's real simple. You need a morph black suit, and then all you need is like 2 cardboard cutouts. Like
I have the
just,
morph suit.
just square.
You could borrow it.
Oh, I'm too fat for that.
No, you're not, dude.
Yes, I am.
Get out of here,
Dude, you're like a size 0. I'm like a size. Holy shit.
dude. You're like only 10 pounds heavier than me.
Yeah, 9.
Well, I weigh 198 though.
Well,
All right.
You weigh 190. What?
8.
I weigh 208. Oh, 207.
Jesus Christ. Let's get it.
Badass.
Okay, so here's some creepy stories that actually happen on Halloween.
Okay.
And yeah, let's get into them. They're very interesting. I'll read it and then we'll talk about each one.
All right, lay it on me.
All right. If there were a prize for most morbid Halloween decoration in Frederica, Delaware in 2005, it would have gone to the body hanging from a tree. It would have been beaten out of the fake witches, skeletons, and jack-o'-lanterns dotting the neighborhood. For hours, people passed by admiring it. Of course, it had an edge over the other decorations. This was a real body. Police believe it was that of a woman who had committed suicide the night before. Don't miss these other real-life ghost stories that... Okay, anyways. So, in 2005, the cops found a real body hanging from a tree. That's crazy, dude.
And that was on Halloween?
Yeah, these all happened on Halloween. These were all recorded on Halloween.
So she was hanging from a tree, but like, was there a motive or anything, or like a note?
It just says that she committed suicide. And people were passing by and admiring it, like, "Ooh, that's a good decoration. It's a real person."
Yeah, I think either that's the same story or another story similar, but I believe that's the same story. Can you imagine, just like
How did you
driving
not notice
by?
the smell?
Oh, can you imagine the smell afterwards? Like at like November 1st.
But now, thanks to Logan Paul, everybody knows what a hanging dead person looks like.
Yeah, I know.
So you should know.
Gosh, can you imagine that?
What's up, Amber? Yeah, that's insane. That's insane.
Poor
Deborah
woman.
said she was decorating. So was she decorating and like accidentally hanged herself? Is that what happened? Let us know. Hanged.
Hung.
It's hanged.
No, she's hung.
Yeah, they called it suicide. I called it she burnt my hamburger helper. Ooh, that's wrong, Joe. That's wrong. You're going to hell for that one.
You insensitive bastard.
You insensitive. All right, so thanks Tim for hitting up that.
Objectifying
John?
women like that, Joe.
Yeah. All right, so next one.
All right, lay it on me.
Note to self, not everyone's wearing a costume on Halloween. In 2012, in the early hours of the morning after Halloween, a tutu-clad Marine spotted a uniform-clad man in a wheelchair and thought the man's costume was a weak attempt at mocking the military. So he attacked him. As the Marine learned upon his arrest, the man's wardrobe was not a comment on our servicemen and women. He was, in fact, a disabled veteran. That's crazy, dude. Like, you would think that, like, even if somebody was wearing that as a costume, why was it give the right to get beat up? It's Halloween. Like, they should be able to wear, like,
yeah, but you know
military.
how Marines are and like veterans,
Yeah.
stolen valor.
Yeah.
They take that very serious.
But if it's Halloween, is it different? I mean, aren't there's no stakes at
Yeah. There's like a double standard with I wouldn't say double standard. There's like a, I don't know, dude. Okay, so like if someone really wants to show their appreciation for the military, and they dress up as an army, just like a Marine or whatever on Halloween, would you say that's stolen valor? Even though,
No, because if they're not sitting there like trying to get free Chick-fil-A because of it.
I would say most of them aren't, but there are those few.
Yeah,
that may
that's
try.
wrong. That's
they
wrong.
may try. So I've seen some people go out and buy patches and names and,
Yeah, they
and
get
everything.
into it. Yeah.
You know, and pins just to make the uniform look legit. And then so they make the top half look legit, and then they screw up the pants like completely, like it's not even matching, or it is matching. It's like not tucked in or whatever. It just looks off. And then the boots.
There's certain things that like a lot of like veterans know whether or not.
And then they wear like Vans with with the pants. It just looks wrong.
So Sean said Joe would do that to get chicks. Yeah, he would. Lori said if it's a kid, that's different. Yeah, if it's a kid, for sure.
No, the kid for sure, he's going to jail. He knows it's stolen valor.
Yeah.
I'm just messing with you.
Kids, that's it. You're going to jail.
You're going to jail.
Yep.
You didn't fight for this country.
What's funny, kids used to want to be a police officer, but they're such jerks. Forget it.
Police officers?
Yeah.
Oh, we know.
Harry dressing as a Nazi was interesting.
Oh, did you hear about that dad who dressed up as a, I think an SS soldier?
Really?
And his son as Nazi soldiers. Yeah, so this father, I forgot where, it was recent. Him and his son dressed up as Nazi soldiers. I think he was an SS. And at first he was defending it. He was like, what? It's Halloween. We can be whoever we want, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I want to ask you a question after this story. And but he later retracted, and he's like, he apologizes, saying that's insensitive. It's wrong to think like that, you know? And so my question for you is, at what point in time is it okay, if ever, to dress up as a Nazi? Like for Halloween? I'm dead serious. No, I'm dead serious.
I'm laughing because it's like...
It's such a stupid question, though. I understand war crimes and wars, or crimes against humanity, and the reason why we fought in the war. I understand all of that, okay? There are still people who are affected from what happened during that time.
Yeah, but like recently the last person from like a concentration camp died recently. Yeah. So yeah.
So my question is, like, when is it okay? Like, is it okay in 100 years to dress up as a Nazi? Because if you go back and say, like, let's say someone dressed up as a survivor from the Titanic, you know, are people going to be offended by that? You know?
Okay.
Maybe that was a bad example.
Yeah, that was really bad.
I couldn't think of anything.
No, like if somebody dressed up like a Klansman.
Yeah. Like a Klansman.
Yeah, you can't.
You can't.
You can't.
Ever.
You can't dress up
so
as
you
a
would
Nazi.
say you would say never?
And I'm not even a sensitive person when it comes to things like this. Like me, of course it doesn't affect me. I'm not Jewish. I don't have any Jewish bloodlines.
Yeah.
I spend money.
You have no money to your name.
Yeah. So to me it doesn't offend me, but I could see how that could be offensive because but it always has to do with like what the intention is.
Yeah.
And I feel like that if I don't know, man, that's a fine line cuz I don't see what any intention could make that right.
Okay. My opinion, and much like you, I have no connection to this because I don't think I'm Jewish at all. I really do wish that we could, not that I'm saying I support his decision to dress up like a Nazi and whatnot, but it's in the spirit of Halloween, you know?
Yeah.
Did he go over a line? I believe so, because he and his son did it, you know?
Yeah.
But I kind of wish we could, because
you want to dress up as a Nazi?
Dude, they look badass. So stupid. Dude, the Nazis, they were on point with dress code. As much as horrible as they were, you gotta admit, their dress was on point.
They were very
they were well dressed.
Tailored.
They were tailored. They were leather.
I don't know, man. That's a tough call.
The hat.
I don't think that you should.
But what it stands for is wrong. Don't get me wrong. I mean,
yeah, don't be anything insensitive, I guess, and like.
Yeah, don't. Well, okay. Well, how about this? Can't dress up as a SS officer, but you can dress up as Hitler in mock. I've seen a bunch of people dress up as Hitler, and no one has bat an eye on it. No, they're like, oh, haha. That's
it should
funny.
be the same. It should be the same.
That's what I'm saying.
It should be the same.
Even though they're making fun of. So the way I'm seeing it is that people are thinking, oh, he's dressing up as an SS officer, he must be praising them on Halloween. When the other person who's dressing up as Hitler is making fun of Hitler, right? It's obvious that he's making fun of Hitler. But it's really hard to say, oh, I'm making fun of an SS officer. Yeah. Because it's so vague. It's like a vague character.
Yeah, I mean, they sell those masks of, like, Saddam Hussein and stuff like that.
Like you wear Saddam Hussein and you're like, oh, I'm Saddam Hussein. You know, I
Yeah.
brought down the Twin Towers. Ha 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 ha.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
or not Saddam Hussein. That's what's his name? Osama bin Laden. I'm Osama bin Laden. I've seen those masks too.
Yeah. Me too. That's a tough call, man. I guess it's because it's a specific person,
Yeah.
and people think for the most part that you don't really want to be Hitler, but I guess it's just where intention lies. You know.
It's true. You know, it's really hard to tell what their true intentions are.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's just one of those things where
Just don't dress up.
that's what I would say. Like, if you want to avoid conflict at all, I would say don't dress up as a Nazi,
Yeah.
or an SS officer or anything like that. You
Mhm.
know, so it's
Yeah,
just one
I
of those
agree.
thing. I don't think ever you can ever dress up as a Nazi, dude.
Yeah, I don't think so either. So let's go on to the next story. This is one right here in our home, in our backyard.
All right.
It's every parent's nightmare. Your child comes home from a night of trick-or-treating with spiked candy. One of the Halloween stories that helped propel this fear was the murder of Timothy O'Brien in 1974. The 8-year-old from Deer Park, Texas, died Halloween night after ingesting poisoned candy, making this crime more horrific is the fact that the perpetrator was not a neighbor, but the boy's own father, who sought to cash in on the son's life insurance. Every parent should read these trick-or-treating safety tips.
I remember hearing about this.
Yeah, so he put it in a pixie stick.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, that's
The
sad.
Candyman, is that what they called him?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
so sad. It was somebody else too.
Yeah.
It wasn't just his son. I thought that he did it to like his wife too. I don't
think
remember.
every kid in the area knows about the story.
Yeah, that's a big one around
That's
here.
a bit, I'm surprised.
Of
Oh.
course, it happened here.
I'll talk to you about it later, but I'm surprised nothing has been done about that.
What do you mean?
Like a film.
Oh, I'm sure that there hasn't been. I mean, that's what the Candyman was like. Was the Candyman? Is that what his?
Is that what it was about?
I don't remember. Yeah, Deborah said 2 kids. I think that's what I think too. I think it was 2 kids. Somebody said they found heroin last year in candy. Come to find out, parents put it in there because afraid of the cops. Messed up. Yeah, that's fucked up,
messed
man.
That wasn't right.
That's really, really messed up.
I mean, was it a while back where this guy in like he put meth in candy? Did you hear about that kid?
No.
I forgot where. This kid ate meth infused candy or candy.
Jesus
yeah,
Christ.
meth. I can't talk.
I
Anyway,
heard
there's
that,
meth in the candy.
Recently, somebody found glass.
Yeah, I always have that fear
Yeah.
of finding glass in my
Yeah.
candy.
Yeah. That's really bad.
And then
Or like razor blades.
one way to check my candy bars, like the sealed ones, I would squeeze them to see if air would leak out. You know?
Mhm. Yeah.
I'd be like, I guess this one's not tampered with.
Well, I think we're going to we're not going to do trick or treating because it's supposed to be storming. We're going to go to the Children's Museum.
Okay,
So
cool.
we should be fine with the candy
I used
there.
to go there all the time.
Yeah. Why?
What do
How
you
old
mean?
were you?
Huh?
As a kid?
Yeah, as a kid.
Oh, I thought you meant like as a teenager.
No, dude.
It wouldn't
What the
surprise me.
hell? No.
Because you got to get out of your ghetto neighborhood. Okay. The next story. The most frightening thing about the graveyard kit an Oregon woman bought at Kmart in 2012 was the note she found inside. It was written by a Chinese factory worker who claimed he and others were tortured and enslaved in a forced labor camp making toys 15 hours a day with no pay or days off. He went on to plead for the letter to be forwarded to the World Human Rights Organization. The woman did just that, and the Chinese worker was freed when the camp was exposed a month later.
Whoa.
That's crazy.
Oh my gosh.
Just for those that don't know, I took these stories and I just copy and pasted them, and I didn't even read them. So, because I wanted to be surprised. But yeah, so let me reread that one again. The most frightening thing about the graveyard kit an Oregon woman bought at Kmart in 2012 was the note she found inside. So a graveyard kit, what is that? Like a decorations?
I don't know.
That's my
A
assumption.
graveyard kid? Yeah,
Kit?
probably. Oh,
Graveyard
kit. Oh,
kit?
kit. Yeah.
Yeah. And dude, so they were enslaved making toys for 15 hours a day with no pay or days off. Jesus Christ. I'm glad that she turned the note in. That really helps. Because if she didn't turn the note in, that would have sucked. Everything okay?
Yeah, I'm just reading these things.
What?
What? I'm just reading these things.
Oh, the comments.
Yeah, because I can't read it up there.
Yeah, that's sad. That's crazy that it gets down. But very smart for the person that did that.
Joe the Predator. I'm sorry, I'm just
Stevie
catching up.
No, you're fine. I try to read them as we go, but
Oh
it's really
my
hard.
God. Okay, I'm on board.
Okay,
Next
so It's bad enough to have collapsed and died alone on your own porch steps, but adding insult to injury the morning after this 2012 Halloween tragedy, the mailman, assuming the body was an excellent Halloween direction, sidestepped the deceased on his way to delivering the corpse's mail, looking for more creepy Halloween. Okay, so in 2012, a mailman stepped over a dead body. Thought it was a Halloween decoration.
Where was this at?
It didn't say. It doesn't say.
Oh my gosh.
That's crazy, man.
How long ago was this?
How would you feel if you were 2012?
Oh.
How would you feel if you were a mailman and you found out that
A body you thought was a prop was a real body.
Turned out to be real? Like the next day you find out.
I would have freaked out.
That would have been
That
creepy.
close. That's like I remember one of my friends. He was driving, and they were on a road trip, and his great aunt was in the back with them, and she was sleeping, or they thought she was.
No way.
She passed out, or she passed away.
What? For how long was she back?
I don't know.
Because they shit eventually.
Yeah. Like your whole bowels get released and relaxed, and
they're like, oh.
I don't think it was that. It must have not been that
Aunt
long.
May.
Yeah, they were like,
you soiled yourself.
They were like, hey, Aunt, are you okay?
Yeah.
We're gonna stop.
Nope.
Dude, I can't imagine. Can you imagine that?
That's pretty crazy. That would be so scary to know that you rode by a dead body that long. Sometimes the costume is just too good. And another 2012, a 9-year-old wearing a black outfit and a black hat with a white tassel was mistaken for a skunk by a relative and shot. The girl survived though. So she was shot. Her costume was so good.
Dang. That's like all those clowns. Remember that?
Yeah, and I'm surprised that it didn't start up again.
Okay.
Didn't it start up again?
It didn't start up. I don't remember anything being in the news. I kind of wish it it did, because I liked it.
Did you?
I thought it was really cool and creepy at the same time. I thought it was cool because I'm like, yeah, finally something's happening in this world, you know? So like freaking clowns with slashing clowns. Yeah. I don't think anybody got hurt or anything like that. But it was funny watching those videos.
They like supposedly chase some people and stuff. It's like, man, you better be careful who you're chasing. Like you can't chase people in Texas, dude. You're gonna get shot.
Got very lucky they didn't get killed. Especially in Texas. You're
right.
Yeah,
for sure. They got very, very lucky.
They got really lucky.
Real quick, Amber said my great uncle had a heart attack on his front porch getting the newspaper. It was a sad funeral. He was awesome as hell for his age. Damn, that's crazy. Lori said my 3-year-old granddaughter almost got into a fight with another kid her age because she had the same outfit as my granddaughter and she got pissed.
Oh my gosh, that almost happened to me. Let me tell you real quickly. It's off topic, but on topic with that story.
Okay.
In kindergarten, I used to have this Tasmanian devil backpack. I remember it blue. He was in the mid-spin zone, and
what is that, mid-spin?
Like he was spinning, right? The mid-spinning.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
And he was like, yeah, Tasmanian devil. And I remember this kid in my class. This was kindergarten. He had the same exact backpack. One day we were okay. So the way that worked is we would drop off our backpacks in the closet, and then at the end of the day we would all get our backpacks. So I grabbed my backpack, and I knew it was my backpack because I had a little keychain on it. Well, I grabbed it, and then he's like, no, that's my backpack. And I'm like, no, it's my. Let's just going back and forth, dude.
How old were you?
We were fifth grade.
So 10?
Kindergarten, 5 years old.
So 5 years old.
Yeah. And so we're fighting back and forth, and then my teacher comes up, and she's like, Roman, this is his backpack. And I said, no, this is my keychain. It says Roman on it. And she said, oh, okay. I'm like, it was just a big mess for no reason.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that just reminded me of it.
That's pretty ridiculous. Dumpster Dad said, I have a scary story trick-or-treating at an old lady's house who makes you kiss her on the cheek for candy, and she has a beard. Jeez, it sounds like you live in Roman's neighborhood.
Do we pet?
Okay.
That's so mean. I got another story for you.
Okay, let's.
I was selling real quickly.
Right.
I was selling boxes of chocolate for 6th grade, I believe. I went up to my neighbor, like maybe 3 streets down, and I hate you for saying that. It sounds like my neighborhood because this woman opens the door and she has a beard. I hate you. I hate you, JC.
See, I knew it. I already knew it.
I was like, it removes facial hair.
The year was 1957, Halloween night. A couple was getting ready for bed when the doorbell rang. It was late, but the husband answered the door, ready to dole out more candy. Instead, an adult wearing a mask shot him in the chest, killing him.
Dang.
Was it a trick-or-treater dissatisfied with the candy selection? Not quite. The murderer, it turns out, was a girlfriend of a woman who had an affair with the murdered man's wife. The woman convinced her girlfriend to do away with the husband in order to have the wife for herself. Wow. So it's like the wife was cheating on the husband with a woman, and the woman shot him in the chest.
In the 50s?
1957.
Dang.
That's crazy.
How would you feel if that was like your wife? You'd be like, no, why kill me? Just involve me.
Yeah. Just let me get him, or just don't even involve me in it. Just tell me.
Just
You
tell
don't
me.
have to kill me.
You're like,
Like,
okay, I have a serious question.
'Kay.
Would you feel if it's cheating if it's with another woman? I'm serious here.
well, yeah, if I'm not involved. It's cheating.
Okay, if she told you completely straight, if she told you, would you feel like it's cheating?
Am I involved?
Like in the activities?
Yeah.
Or in like the boring part, like paying the bills and all that and hearing the nagging?
All of it.
Yeah,
Like,
you're involved.
Because you can't, like, it even if a woman, like, Deborah said, what the hell, Roman? Hey, surfer. Yeah, like,
It's just a quick question.
I mean, if you don't know about another person that they're talking to, man, woman, whatever,
That's cheating.
it's cheating.
You consider it cheating.
Yeah. So, yeah.
I agree. No, I was just curious because it was like, you know,
I mean, but
just
well,
involved.
two
me.
women action never hurt anybody.
I feel like I could be a filmmaker.
Yeah. Candy might be important, but it's certainly not worth your life. It was Halloween night 2011 when a 55-year-old Chicago resident realized his candy bag was missing. He blamed a neighbor for the missing sweets and took his revenge to an extreme, stabbing her to death with several steak knives.
Oh man,
Wow. That must have been some dope-ass candy.
I know, for real.
He probably had like
full-size
full-size
candy
bars.
Oh my gosh,
I'd
Full-size
stab somebody
crap.
for some full-size Snickers.
Oh yeah, I did. The back of my neighborhood gives out full-size candy bars. Not ghetto.
Dude, yeah, whatever, dude. You're lying.
Not ghetto.
You're lying. You're just trying to redeem.
You're
your
right. You
neighborhood.
know what they do? They buy the full size and break it up into like a little piece.
And they hand it out like not packaged or in little Ziploc bags.
Yeah, it's like an old woman with a big zit on her nose.
Here you go. Here you go. Halloween is known for both tricks and treats, but some pranks just go too far. In 1998, a Bronx man was in the car with his girlfriend to pick up her 9-year-old son from a Halloween party. When a group of teens started egging the car, the man got out and an argument started. After he sat back down in the car, though, one of the teenagers shot him fatally in the head.
Oh,
Man, that's crazy, dude. 1998.
1998.
Insane. I remember, I
Insane.
can't remember what TV show it was, but there was a story about how, like, this couple was being harassed on the road by some teenagers.
Mm-hmm.
And the teens, like, ran them off the road. And, like, they wrecked. And, like, her husband was, like, dying. And the teenagers left them, like, they...
To die.
Yeah, and so, like, that in one night, she went from, like, hating teenagers, and then a group of teenagers in another car saw them, stopped them, helped them, and because of them, the husband survived.
So she went from hating to loving.
Yeah, and, like, instantly. Like, that's a weird... I remember that story from, like, a TV
That's
show a long
really
time ago
weird.
as a kid. On Halloween Day in 1955, Marilyn Dam Man went to a food fair on Long Island to do some shopping. She brought her children, 2-year-old Stephen and 7-month-old Pamela, with her. Telling Stephen to be good and watch his little sister, she left the children outside while she went into the store. She returned 10 minutes later to find that her children had disappeared, stroller and all. Pamela's baby stroller with the unharmed 7-month-old inside was found a short distance away, but Long Island police was never able to locate Stephen. What happened to him still remains a mystery.
Oh, that's sad.
1955.
Abducted.
It's crazy to think because back in 1955, it wasn't like an issue to leave your kids outside of a grocery store.
I mean,
I guess
they,
you know?
they didn't wear seatbelts, you know, and I'm pretty sure that was like a few years away from Joe being born. So it was just a
Joe's
whole
not even watching anymore.
shitstorm.
Don't make fun of Joe anymore. He's not here. He's gay. He left.
No, I do have
He's
this one
famous
story.
for us.
I do have this one story. It didn't happen on Halloween, but it happened around Halloween. I think it was back in like the late 80s or early 90s. Around where I live. Oh shit. It's not ghetto, I promise.
It's
not
ghetto.
There's a story where this couple, actually a family used to live there, and the husband, for one reason or another, hacked and slashed his like children and his wife, and he committed suicide
On Sens Road
No. He committed
in
suicide.
LaPorte.
Yeah.
on Sens
No,
Road?
it's not on Sins Road.
Around your neighborhood?
No, it's not on Sins Road. I promise you it's not.
What about the house on Sens Road? That sounds like the same exact story.
Is it?
Yeah.
He committed suicide in his closet?
Yeah, he killed his family and then he committed suicide.
There's one in my neighborhood. Dude.
Because you live in the fucking ghetto,
It's not
dude.
the ghetto, bro. It's not the ghetto. It's just,
oh my God.
you know, they say suicide is a privilege. And I'm sorry if I offended everybody, but they say what the countries with the highest, you know, suicide rate is usually the prosperous.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. Like people like third world countries, suicide rate is very low.
because they can't afford it
True.
as much as
Because they don't want to put the burden on their families.
Yeah,
after they
it's
die.
true. It's true. But
It's
there's
true.
one on
And
Sins Road.
a lot of time, yeah. Well, it used to be there. It's not there anymore. But a lot of people say that it's because people in like third world countries are happier because they don't have like money.
They're not materialistic.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, you don't know what you have, you know, or you don't have.
But they are really hungry.
Maybe we should give them some aid.
Yeah. Maybe the Clinton Foundation can help them out with that. Karen said they give a warning about the show tomorrow. Y'all think there's real danger for people watching on TV. Oh, they're talking about Ghost Adventures. They're doing a live show. And Zach's supposed to be opening a Dybbuk box or something like that. I don't know. I don't know what time it starts. I need to check because I want to watch it.
Do you think he'll get possessed?
Yeah, that's what they're talking about on there.
I don't think so.
I don't know.
Possession. Okay, since we're on the topic, have you ever met anyone who's been possessed or anyone close?
No, I don't think so.
You have
Like
no stories of
like
possession?
a real possession?
Yeah.
No, I've experienced an oppression that I've talked about numerous times.
Yeah.
But
How often do you think possessions occur?
I mean, I don't think as often as people think. Because you have people like Zach that make you feel like it happens all the time. But he's never said he's gotten possessed from what I know. So it may not be possession that's occurring to him.
yeah.
It might be oppression because I don't know him. Right? I don't know him. I can't like vouch for somebody I don't know, even if they're on TV or not.
Yeah.
But going to locations a lot, like you experience weird things. And I know like Deb in the chat, she experienced something weird. I experienced something weird. And I wouldn't consider it oppression. I mean, possession, but maybe like an oppression. Something definitely had like a weird hold over me. But I mean, that may be what he's experiencing, but he may kind of bend the truth a little bit on it happening as often as it does, or maybe he's not.
I mean, we'll never know.
Maybe he's not practicing the correct safety measures.
But I do agree with you that going to investigate over and over and over again, it's just bound to happen. You know, it's like the odds are more in their favor for something to happen to you.
Yeah.
You know, like either it be oppression or possession. Possession obviously being maybe less likely to happen.
Yeah.
But definitely some bad vibes coming your way is bound to happen one way or another.
That and then people are talking about like, will it do something to you? Like Amber said her kittens died a week after she watched the Demon House twice and they gave them a warning. You know, I think that like people can be like, oh, watch this at your own risk, and then you have that like in your head, you know, and like because when I watch Demon House, they put like this warning saying like, you know, and I don't think it's like a crazy outlandish thought to think that like if you watch something it can
transfer over to you.
Yeah, like the negative energy. I don't see how that's not possible. It definitely could be possible. And I remember whenever I watched Demon House, something happened weird in my house and I can't remember what it was, but that could have just been me. I could have festered the energy because I was like into the TV, into the movie or something, you know, like.
So I have a quick question about that.
Sure.
Is it like a documentary or is it actual show script or, because I haven't looked into it.
Demon House?
Yeah.
It's a documentary.
Okay.
Yeah, you need to watch it. It's pretty interesting. It's good. Tim said that he had something happen to him at Benton Farmhouse, an attack, an attempt at attaching to me. Yeah, you see it happens. Exactly what is possession? Curious to your definition, JP and Roman. I think possession occurs when you have absolutely no control. Like you're just like I don't even know. You don't have like an oppression. Like whenever I had my oppression, like I was still cognitive of what I was doing, and I still had, it was like I had like a battle going on in my head.
Yeah.
And I think if I would have let one side beat the other side, maybe a possession would have occurred.
Yeah.
Or maybe the spirit that was oppressing me didn't have the power or the ability to possess me.
It was just like a nuisance,
Yeah.
you know, like something that attached to you, and it's just like bothering you, and you know it's there. You can feel it because it's strong enough to annoy you, but not strong enough to take you over.
Yeah. It just, it's crazy, dude.
And
I don't even know how to explain that.
no,
I'll never be the same.
I agree with your definition of possession. Like you have little to no control.
And I think a possession has to be something stronger than like a normal human spirit, like something like demonic or an evil entity.
Yeah.
You know, I think that's what a possession. Oh, when someone is really possessed, they hide in there. They don't want you to know they are there. Yeah, exactly. You wouldn't even know. Hey, what's up, M City? Okay, so last story. People thinking dead bodies are Halloween decorations seems to be a gruesome trend in these Halloween stories. However, in 2017, the opposite actually happened. In mid-September, police in Greene County, Tennessee, received a panicked phone call from a man who believed there was a beheaded corpse in his neighbor's driveway. Police arrived on the scene only to find that the owner of the home had actually just put out creepy Halloween display a little early. Do not call 911 reporting a dead body, the police department's Facebook page wrote. Instead, congratulate the homeowner on a great display. That's funny. But what if it was real?
For real.
Obviously, that could happen because that happened like numerous times.
Oh my goodness. So, what we've talked about was a little bit of the history, a little bit of our own personal experiences with the Halloween day, and
some crazy stories on the
as
internet.
much as I want it to be really, I love this season.
Yeah, I do
because
too. Good stuff on TV.
It's spooky, and I love it when it's cold, especially.
Yeah, when it's cool like this.
Yeah. Or cooler. I want it to be like 50 or 40, dude. That's what I want. That's what I
50 or 40?
Yeah,
I could do high 50, 60.
No, I want to do 40. I want to be chill. Because think about it. Like, if we were investigating, we got the chills, you know, from a creepy establishment, or, you know, just from investigating alone. And then it's like cold outside. That like doubles your shivers. You're like,
Yeah, the cold definitely helps investigating, because when like a lot of these places don't have AC and shit, so it gets really hot.
Especially in Texas, it's so humid.
Yeah. Dumpster Dad said my wife's late husband beat her up and killed himself when he became possessed. She said it didn't even look like him. That's crazy.
Oh man.
Sean said he wants snow. Snow would be pretty cool.
Yeah,
not gonna lie. Sean posted something earlier in the chat that reminded me. Yeah, our Halloween special comes out tomorrow at 11 a.m. I know it's kind of early, folks, but it's because we're doing this new thing that YouTube has called YouTube Premiere, which basically means like when the video's premiering at 11 a.m., there'll be a live Q&A during it, and I will most likely be able to chat as much as I can during that time. So 11 a.m., if you can get on there, if you're able to. I don't know what you're doing tomorrow.
I have class at 11:45.
At 11:45? So maybe you might be able to catch like a few minutes.
Yeah.
Just get on there and chat. But yeah, y'all can actually, people watching, y'all can actually come and on my face, and you can actually come onto the link and chat with me during the premiere of the video. I think that's pretty cool. So you can ask some questions and I can try to answer them for you the best that I can.
Like a Q&A, AMA.
Yeah, so it should be pretty fun. It should be pretty fun.
All
I'm
right.
pretty excited about that.
We've got about 5 minutes left in the show. Quick, favorite Halloween movie
Favorite Halloween movie
of all time for you?
Man, that's tough.
That is a tough one. You got just one. You can't be like, oh, my
like
top three.
When you say Halloween, like what movie? Okay, what about you? Like give me some time to think.
Dude, that's a tough question. I don't know.
Yeah.
Dude, okay. It would have to go either Hocus Pocus or something along the lines of that.
Like a Disney movie?
Yeah, dude. For me, it's Hocus Pocus. Because don't get me wrong. Oh, Christine's a good one.
Oh, the car?
Yeah.
I always think of The Exorcist.
Yeah.
I always think of that whenever I think of Halloween movies. For some reason, that's like the first one that pops in my head.
There was a movie, I forgot which movie it was.
That movie was intense, dude. For that time.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they got away with it. Like, I mean, they had Linda Blair. She was like, what, 12 or 13?
Yeah.
Fucking herself with a cross in the pussy. Like, that's pretty intense, dude.
That is intense, dude.
To have somebody that young, like, portraying her. Yeah, I don't feel like she was ever the same after that. I don't think
A
so.
creepy story of okay, so quick. So yours is The Exorcist.
Yeah.
Mine would have to say either Hocus Pocus or Christine. I would say Hocus Pocus. I like to keep it lighthearted, but don't get me wrong. I love the
'Cause
deep,
you're
gory shit in the ghetto. Yeah,
gay.
they would put it there.
Wouldn't even put it there.
But what I love to read upon, like around this time, is the creepy stories from like the set of The Wizard of Oz. That set.
Oh yeah, where like one of the midgets committed suicide.
Midgets committed suicide in the background. They had asbestos in the field that they were laying in.
Yeah.
So many things that were wrong on that set.
That's weird.
His the Tin Man's paint was made out of lead. It was lead based, I believe. So he got cancer from that. He died from cancer.
Jeez.
Yeah, the actor.
From that.
The actor. I don't believe, but people were saying that that's what caused his cancer later down in life.
Yeah, I wonder why they had so many issues with that set.
I
Well,
don't
you know that there was a lot of weird things that happened with the Exorcist movie too, right? Like a
Really?
bunch of people died.
Really?
Yeah, let me see if I can find it real fast.
Yeah, on set, there's a bunch of crap that goes on movie sets, on film sets.
I don't know how to spell Exorcist. I think I spelled it right. Surprisingly.
EX.
Nope, spelled it wrong. Okay, so here's 7 reasons why people think that the Exorcist movie had been cursed.
Jeez.
Let's see. 1973, William Friedkin set out to bring William Blately's novel, The Exorcist, to the big screen. Let's keep going. Number 1, The Exorcist is based off of real-life events. William Peter Blatty wrote his 1971 novel on the same name based on the real-life exorcism of a boy known through the pseudonym as Roland Doe. Come on, this isn't what I was looking at. Shooting was delayed after the set caught fire, destroying what was supposed to be McNeil's home.
So there's a fire.
So there's a fire on
delayed
set.
it.
Blamed the incident on a winged creature with talons. It seemed a pigeon had found its way into one of the circuit boxes, which caused the fire. However, the fact that Reagan's room was unharmed by the fire is still pretty creepy. Number 3, during filming, actress Ellen Burstyn, who played Reagan's mother, was actually injured when the possessed Reagan throws her to the ground. The take was actually used in the film, and the blood-curdling scream she lets out is completely genuine. The injury still bothers her to this day. Number 4, chances are good that any film that takes over a year to complete will be associated with bad incidences, but The Exorcist has a few deaths. Actors Jack McGowan and Vasiliki Maloris both died while the film was in post-production. What makes their deaths strange is that their characters died in the film as well. Other deaths that occurred during the filming of The Exorcist include Linda Blair's grandfather and Max von Sydow's brother, who died on Max's first day of shooting.
Dang.
Also, while filming, the son of Jason Miller, who played Father Damien Carras, was nearly killed when a motorcycle hit him. Look at that picture. Whew, creepy. While filming one of the possession scenes, Linda was thrown out of a bed with a piece of rigging broke, causing her to injure her back. Additionally, after the film's release, Linda received so many death threats that the studio had to hire bodyguards to escort her for the next 6 months. In 1987, actress Mercedes McCambridge, who played the demonic voice of Pazuzu, was the victim of a horrific tragedy when her son murdered his wife and children before taking his own life.
Dang.
Many believe that the actual film was cursed and that playing it through a projector was an invitation for demonic possession, which we were just talking about earlier.
Yeah.
Televangelist Billy Graham stated there's a power of evil in the film, in the fabric of the film itself. When it was first released, the film was banned in every Middle Eastern country but Lebanon. The re-release was banned in Lebanon. Yeah, so you see, so that's the thing. People think that
Hear no evil, see no evil, dude.
Yep. Pretty interesting.
It is interesting.
Pretty interesting.
And then we got all these modern day horror flicks that just plain out suck.
So Joe said that there were no midgets that were hung on the set of Wizard of Oz. It was actually a prop stand that they used, but they hung it. LOL. Let's see. Yeah, I see what you're saying about how. Oh yeah, Poltergeist is a good one too. Sleepy Hollow, Beetlejuice. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Poltergeist.
I know Joe said something about like they had an adult fill-in for the Linda Blair part, but the fact that she's even associated with that is somewhat detrimental and traumatizing to a young kid, regardless if she was the actual one portraying the scene.
Still pretty weird.
Yeah, because it's tied to you, regardless.
Yeah, for real.
And Sean said, "Shut up, Joe." Yeah, shut up, Joe. You freaking make everything lame. But But yeah, that's pretty much it. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe. I usually upload Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. Live stream Tuesday 10 p.m. Live stream Thursday 10 p.m. But this week and last week were kind of different because I have been editing the Halloween special, which I'm so excited it's coming out. And to answer your question from earlier, Sean, I'm releasing at 11 a.m. because I'm too excited to wait till 11 p.m. to release it. I want to release it as soon as possible on Halloween
during the day,
so everybody can see it.
Yeah.
So I'm just super excited, and I will have time to actually do the possible Q&A if any of you guys come and watch the premiere when it airs.
It's gonna be like one person watching.
Yeah, probably. This is lame. Sean said everyone will be at work. Yeah,
it's
probably so.
Very high budget. We spent very many dollars.
Yeah,
Very many.
like $1 million. Oh, the Omen, the original Omen was creepy. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah,
I like what was it? The Grudge
yeah.
on Scary Movie. Whenever they made fun of it, the kid Sony or on Scary Movie Mitsubishi,
Yeah, they're just saying Toyota,
Toyota, Honda.
Yeah, I remember that. All right, so everybody, we love you. Keep it real, and I will be seeing whoever can attend tomorrow at 11 a.m. Be there, or be square, as they say.
Deuces.
Love you.